and welcome to the Busybug Homestead. So today we are going to be doing some of our 10-week seeds. I'm very excited for the 10-week seeds because that means it's pepper time. Now I did start peppers already for hot peppers. I did the jalapenos. They did fantastic. No heat mat, no anything extra. I just set them down on my lowest shelf with the heater next to the heater's on the floor, so the heater is pushing heat up, and they all germinated. I had 100% germination on my jalapenos that I planted. But today we are going to be doing my sweet peppers, or more of my cooking peppers, the stuff I would use on a daily basis. All right, so the peppers that I have, 2 of them I have grown and 3 of them I have not. So last year I did a bunch of different types of peppers, and there were some that I loved and some that I did not like. The 2 that I really didn't care much for were the mini bells and this like really big bell pepper. I'll put the picture up. I don't remember the name of it. But it was a really big bell pepper. Well, every plant that I planted, I had 5 of them. I only got 1 pepper and they never reached that size. My growing season's not long enough, I don't think, for those peppers. So I'm not doing those ones again this year, but I did still want a bell. So I chose a different variety of bell to try. But the 2 that I grew last year that I really love that are coming back for me are going to be the Jimmy Nardolo Italian peppers. These were fantastic. The flavor was great. Every time I picked a handful of them, I had another flush of them in 2 days. These were fantastic. I love these and they loved my garden. The other one that I grew last year that I'm going to be doing again is the Corbaci. These were so much fun. They curled. My kids loved them. My daughter liked going out there and picking them, put them in her little basket. They were a bunch of different colors and the flavor was fantastic. I was chopping them up, slicing them, putting them in roasts. So we had really good success with these. I'm going to try these again as well. New varieties I have for this year. I have an Italian peppercini. So I'm going to be trying an Italian peppercini. That one was it sounded interesting to me. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Jimmy Nardolo, although slightly different, like a little bit fatter, I guess. But it claims to be a popular pickling pepper. So we're going to be trying that this year. I also have, because I'm not going to grow those massive bell peppers that I did last year, I have a bullnose pepper, which is still a bell pepper, but a smaller bell pepper, which will be fantastic for storing and freezing for having peppers to cook with throughout the winter. So I'm going to be doing those. And then I have a Pippin's Golden Honey. I chose this one because I thought that the range of colors was really pretty and it just sounded like a very intriguing pepper to try growing. They're little peppers. They will be great to freeze, blanch and freeze. I will be able to probably put them in some different recipes, like salsas and stuff. So that was exciting. And I'm going to have to be very careful with marking these because they do kind of look a little bit like my pumpkin spice jalapeno. And I definitely don't want to get that wrong if there is a decent amount of spice on those pumpkin spice jalapenos. And I don't want my kids grabbing them. So I'll be planting them on opposite sides of the garden just to save from that. But I'm really excited to try this one. This one it's a really pretty pepper and it sounded intriguing and had really good reviews. So those are the peppers we are going to be starting today. This whole video will just be peppers. And I'm excited to get these growing. I am quickly running out of space behind me. I've mentioned that before. I have 8 full seed trays already going under these lights. The update for almost everything should have already been posted. I will be doing an update as soon as, if I see massive change, then I'll start doing an update. I'm not going to just be like, here's the seedling and look, it looks exactly the same on this day. But I will be taking you along for updates on all of these if you're interested. So please subscribe and ring the little bell to get notifications when I post a new video. If you're interested in seeing all the things I'm growing, things I'm starting from seed, and the updates on everything we're going from seed to garden to table and to processing this year. So let's get started with our seeds and see how many I end up with, because I honestly have not decided yet how many of each pepper I plan on planting. I'm trying to stay only within 1 tray. We'll see. All right, so I have my seed tray here, and I think what I'm gonna do, because I have 5 varieties of peppers, is I'm gonna do 1 row this direction instead of how I normally do it this way. So I think I'm just gonna do 1 row of each here, and then I can tag them this way. It'll be good. Yeah, those are peppers. Yeah, pepper. We're gonna start with our Corbaci pepper, and this pepper, I was pulling a lot of peppers last year. And they were just good peppers. They were good to cook with. I now have a little helper, so if you can hear her in the background, that's my little helper. This seed packet is from last year, so I don't have many in here. I'm just gonna hope for good germination. These peppers want to be at 1/4 of an inch deep. I believe all my peppers want to be at 1/4 of an inch deep. Put my seeds in. I'm aiming for 1 seed or 2 seeds per cell. I don't have a lot of them. I didn't reorder because I got a lot of seeds last year in the one packet. That's the nice thing about these packets is they have a lot of seed in them. When you order them from Baker's Creek, they're inexpensive. Unless they're otherwise marked. Like I have bought some stuff that says specifically there's only 15 seeds or 10 seeds in this. So that's gonna be our korbachi. This first row here. Korbachi, good job. Next we will do our Jimmy Nardalo. This is the other one that I did last year and it was a great grower, so. Just a good looking pepper and they tasted amazing. They were good. If you're looking for just like maybe a couple of peppers for your garden, this is one of the ones I would recommend. I definitely know I will have to pot these up because I do every year. I'm starting them in such small containers because I don't have the space under my lights to go off with big containers right off the gate. But every year I end up potting up and they do fine. I actually, the first year that I was trying to grow the peppers, I dropped them on their heads and my heart just like literally sank. I thought I just ruined an entire tray of peppers. I had like 13 pepper plants on this tray. They flipped over off their shelf because I accidentally knocked the shelf. And I thought for sure I was losing all those peppers and it was March. It was too late to start more and actually get a good succession of them. And I was devastated and they produced beautifully still. I still put them out. I still babied them back to health. I only cracked 1 stem. I am now extremely cautious about my shelf setup. I think I'm gonna plant my peppers this year as row crops instead of mixing them up in the beds. I normally put them in the raised beds, but I think I'm gonna try growing more in our natural soil because last year I grew some stuff out in the natural regular soil, which is, it leans clay, but it's not completely clay. And all of the stuff I grew was beautiful. So I'm gonna try growing some of my vegetables in that, right, probably up where I had the cabbage and stuff last year because I'm rotating. So let's go in with our bullnose pepper next. This is one of the new varieties I've never grown before. It's a brand new seed packet. Did 2 seeds per cell. Didn't go crazy because I don't want to have to cut too many to thin them out. I'll save these for next year if they are a good pepper. There. I got my little pepperoncinis. Okay, cover these ones. I think, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think having 10 of each pepper variety is going to be way more than enough. Even if some get attacked by the various pests we have in the garden, I will should still get a pretty decent harvest off of them. The peppers I am not putting out in the front yard where I'm putting some of my other stuff this year because I can't protect them from the deer and I know deer like pepper plants. So this next one we're going to do is our Pippin's Golden Honey here. I'm just going to put that in this last row here and that'll finish off our peppers. And I had just enough to finish off that row. That pack did not have a whole lot in it. Oh, forgot to mark this one. All right, get our little water. All right, got those really well drenched. Pop a lid on it. Hopefully my lid fits with my tags in there. Fits well enough. And I'm gonna move this to our shelf. All right, so that is gonna do it for my peppers, my sweet peppers. So now all of my peppers that I'm gonna be putting out in the garden this year are completely ready to go in the cell trays. Hopefully everything germinates. I look forward to peppers every year. It's one of my favorite vegetables, which I probably say about a lot of vegetables, but it is absolutely one of my favorite vegetables to cook with. I like to preserve it. I just love to have peppers around because they are such a versatile vegetable to have in your cooking arsenal if you're going to be cooking from scratch. So I will be back with an update on these when they germinate. And also if you're interested in recipes later on down the line on how I use the peppers, watching the pepper harvest, I will have all that coming up further into the year. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get the notifications. And we will see you back next time. Bye.